Good day, grade 8. Our topic for today is all about converse, inverse, and contrapositive of if-then statements. Let's have first the converse of a statement. When the hypothesis and the conclusion in an if-then statement are reversed, the resulting statement is called the converse of the if-then statement. When an if-then statement and its converse are true, then if and only if statement is also true. For example, if a figure has three sides, then it is a triangle. So the converse of this is, if a figure is a triangle, then it has three sides. It just converts the word has three sides and is a triangle. So is a triangle, then has three sides. Then if and only if a figure has three sides, if and only if it is a triangle. Since the converse is true, if a figure is a triangle, then it has three sides. As we all know, the triangle has three sides, so it is true. Therefore, if and only if statement is also true. If a figure has three sides, if and only if it is a triangle. So let's have the converse of the example, which is the opposite side of a rectangle are parallel. Let's have this statement. When we say statement, we have if and then statement. So we have if two sides of a rectangle are opposite sides, then they are parallel. The converse of this is, if two sides of a rectangle are parallel, then they are opposite side of a rectangle. They just converse the parallel and the opposite sides. So we have opposite sides and the parallel. So true or false? The converse is true, since the only opposite side of a rectangle are parallel. The adjacent side are perpendicular. Next, let's have the inverse of a statement. Let's have the inverse of a statement. When the hypothesis and the conclusion in an implication are negated, the resulting statement is called the inverse of if-then statements. So example, we have, if a figure has three sides, then it is a triangle. So the inverse of this is, if a figure does not have three sides, since the statement said if a figure has three sides, so the inverse of this is does not have. So we're just going to add does not. Then it is a triangle. So the inverse of this is not. Then it is not a triangle. So example, we have a statement which is, if x is equal to 2, then x squared is equal to 4x. The inverse of this is, if x is equal to 2, so the inverse of equal is not equal. If x is not equal to 2, then x squared is equal to 4x. So the inverse of this is not equal. So we have, then x squared is not equal to 4. Let's have the true or false. The inverse is false, since x is equal to negative 2 is also gives x squared is equal to 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 is also positive 4. So next, let's have the contrapositive statements. A contrapositive statement when the hypothesis and conclusion in an implication are reversed and negated. The resulting statement is called the contrapositive of if-then statement. Remember, when we say contrapositive, we reverse and we negate it. So we need to have statement. So example, the statement is, if a figure has 3 sides, then it is a triangle. It is the statement. So we need to converse or reverse. If a figure is a triangle, then it has 3 sides. The converse of the statement is just converse 3 sides and triangle. So next, we have the contrapositive. Since we're done in reverse and negated. The contrapositive is also known as the negated part. If a figure is not a triangle, we're done converse, then we're going to negate it. If a figure is not a triangle, then it does not have 3 sides. So we're just going to negate the converse. So next, true or false? The contrapositive is true. Since if the figure is not a triangle, therefore it does not have 3 sides. So example, if the figure is square don't have 3 sides. So therefore, the contrapositive is true. So let's have another example. We have, if 4x is equal to 24, then x is equal to 6. Again, the statement is, if 4x is equal to 24, then x is equal to 6. The converse of this is, if x is equal to 6, then 4x is equal to 24. Just converse the x. So next, contrapositive or negate. If x is not equal to 6, then 4x is not equal to 24. The inverse of equal is not equal. True or false? The contrapositive is true, since 6 is the only number when multiplied by 4 gives 24. And that's it. Thank you for listening. Good day, grade 8.